Listen to what Solomon said in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. He said, for everything there's a season and a time for every matter under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to mourn and a time to laugh, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. And so Solomon reminds us of what we all know to be true. There's a time to be born and a time to die. Death is just a reality, isn't it? If Jesus tarries long enough in his second coming, everybody here this morning is going to walk this way, I like to say. We're all going to pass this way because the Bible says it is appointed for men to die once. And so Solomon reminds us of that, and he tells us that there's a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance. And today is all of those things. Today is a time to weep, but it's also a time to laugh. Because as we've already said, Mike loves laughter. There's a time to mourn and a time to dance or to celebrate. We weep and mourn because death has temporarily separated us from someone who was near and dear to us. And yet we can laugh and we can celebrate because of the legacy that Mike Johnson has left behind, and also because we know that he's in a better place, and that if we know Jesus, we're going to see him again one day when we cross that river that our brother just sang about. It was also Solomon who said this in Proverbs 22 and verse 1, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver or gold. Mike Johnson chose a good name over the riches and things of this world. Brother John, as you well know, some funerals are hard to do because of the not so good life that the person you're eulogizing lived. But then there are funerals that people say, oh, I know that was tough. Well, it is tough, but there are a lot of funerals that are easy like today because the person you're eulogizing had already preached their funeral through the life they lived. And that was Mike Johnson. He preached his funeral by the godly life he lived. I just want to share three things with you that I thought about Mike, things that characterized his life when I learned that he had passed the other day. First of all, Mike was a family man. I don't have to tell the family this, but I will anyway. Mike loved you. He loved his children and his grandchildren.